A 1-mana commander with the power of 2.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Rhys the Redeemed. This is a Selesnya tokens deck that goes wide real fast because Rhys can make tokens, but Rhys can also double tokens. You know what else can double tokens? Cards like Anointed Procession and Mondrak. I don't have Parallel Lives in this deck because I replaced it with Oyer Talk, who doesn't just double tokens but triples them instead. This deck likes to go wide, fast, and hit pretty hard. A lot of these cards are not just making a token, but they themselves are creatures that are attacking or things that are generating mana. There's a lot of great cards with Rhys because it doesn't matter what kind of creature token it is, just that you can double it. This deck has some great newer additions, not just looking at talk, but also cards like the Thousand Moon Smithy. These are all fantastic cards to add into any kind of Selesnya tokens deck, especially when you're making more of those tokens. This deck also benefits a lot from some of the big buffing cards like Flowering of the White Tree and the new white removal cards like Get Lost and Fateful Absence. These are cards that really help make this deck compete with all of the other, well, more mid-rangey decks out there. So we're going to take Rhys the Redeemed into the queue and we're going to double up some tokens. Atraxa, Praetor's Voice. This is the proliferating Atraxa, good with +1/+1 counters, poison, planeswalkers, and a whole lot of other things. I wonder what they'll be playing. I feel that the Super Friends version of this deck, meaning the planeswalkers one, is the strongest against ours, unless we have a really, really good start. But we have Brent Command in hand, which I'll say that's pretty nice to have against planeswalkers, since it can counter one loyalty ability. It also is probably going to get used to just make a bunch of squirrels. Looted Delta. They're grabbing a land. It's a Triumph. Comes in tapped. And squirrel time. Squirrels and life. Is this getting countered? It is. They Dovins vetoed my squirrels. Bro, I can't believe you would do that. Boss Riquette, come on out. So Boss Riquette is in this deck, not for the minus ability, though that does occasionally win us the game. It makes you some extra attacking creatures. Boss Riquette is in this deck because he's easy to get out early, and he has a -6 that can oftentimes help us secure victory. Okay, well, they're telling us to get lost. They're not playing their commander. They're just hitting us hard. Well, I'm going to stop them from ever doing stuff on my turn ever again. Except for, like, blocking. Meryl, until she dies. They die? Yes, they die. It's just going to say, you can't cast spells. You can't activate abilities. You can't do anything. And they're dead. Boo! More tokens! Yeah, so this is definitely the Super Friends version of the deck. You can kind of tell by all the kill and the board wipe and all of that stuff. Boo! And it's gone, right? Hi, Narset, who stops me from drawing additional cards. You got Doubling Season. Ugh, I can technically kill a Doubling Season with Get Lost. Try to buff up this Daug. Failed to buff a Daug. Let's do it through this. Getting the land is still good, though. One at Narset, one at face. They're saving Narset, taking 2. There's the Doubling Season. This doubling season means planeswalkers enter the battlefield with twice as many counters on them, which for something like Liliana means that they can ult right away, which is what I really don't want to happen. I'm going to use Shram's expertise here to destroy it. I guess I should have done that in the other order so I would get the Galg Reader's triggers. Rhys here, everybody else here. This still happens even though it's smaller now. Okay, they're down to 8. Let's see if they have another board wipe. It's Atraxa. Atraxa's a very strong blocker and could get even bigger with these maps. Also, Atraxa has this pesky lifelink. Ugh! What's on top? It's 2 lands. Okay. So since she didn't get any bigger, we attack in here. At most, they can prevent 4, which brings them to 12. These all train. Ethan, Cathar's Crusade. No, we could do anything else after. 6, 7. Yeah, no, that's a lot of damage going through. GG. Catilda, Dawnheart Prime. This is a humans commander. And what does she do with said humans? She lets them tap for mana, and she can put +1/+1 counters on all of your creatures. Giant Killer, that's a human. Well, I want to play an elf. This can tap things down. I think I'm gonna just keep paying tons and tons of life, 5 total. Get at that on turn 3. Or, no, you know what? This Esika's Chariot, we probably want to Signet on turn 2. Yeah, since we have things to ramp into. And this is also a really good draw, this Patriarch's Humiliation. Well, it would have been good if I still had a creature. Whatever, fine. Catilda has no text. Enjoy your 1/1. I would have killed her so you could play her again, but no. There's lots of other human synergies. I'm sure we'll see them. Esika's Chariot. This makes 2 kitty cats. Meow meow. They look kind of like my kitty cat. Big and fluffy. My cat's not that big, but she's very fluffy. We get to seek 2. Choose 1 to put into play. They're thinking. Oh, it must be a hard choice. Or they're both bad options. No, Adeline, that's a good option. So they want their Catilda to die so they can play her again, and I'm fine with that. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Attacking with a cat chariot. Happy to trade that with Adeline. Next turn, we can get down lots of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe more. If I get another land, I'll probably use Amaria's Call, the spell, and play Rhys. Trade with the Captain. Or try to trade with the Captain. Gala. This is one of those really good cards that's just real weird. Do I want to get rid of it? Probably a good idea. Or get rid of Adeline. I'm gonna get rid of Adeline. Get some buffins. Play a little old Rhys. Use Rhys to crew the cat chariot. Swing in. The chariot, by the way, is legendary. That's why it's getting an extra buff off the flowering of the white tree. And they're down to 4. Here's Catilda. Gonna let these tap for mana. With 4 mana, what are you doing? Ah, losing the game. Excellent. I know that move well. I do it frequently. Good game. When Sheoldred enters the battlefield, she makes you sacrifice a creature, a non-token creature, or a planeswalker. Which is probably going to mean my commander, because it only costs 1 mana. I have a way to make some tokens here, some way to stop counters. I think we should mulligan. I like this a lot more. Blighted Halfling is great turn 1 ramp. It's going to help us get down legends, including legends like Flowering of the White Tree. We have some removal, Skyclave Apparition, and we have a board wipe / token / whatever you want to call it. It's the White Sun's Twilight. It's a win con is what it is. Well, let's go for those sweet new moves. I'm going to use the Flooded Strand to grab my Selesnya Shockland, just to give myself the absolute best access to mana. There we go. Temple Garden. And we'll play Rhys. And Flowering of the White Tree. Flowering of the White Tree is also going to give Ward 1 to our commander, which is great at helping us dodge some removal. But 2 mana. What can you play? Oh, also, this Sheoldred flips over, but can only flip over if we have 8 or more cards in our graveyard. Duress, winning announcement or White Sun's Twilight? Moose, thank you for the sub! Getting loose with the moose. Well, I actually wanted it to use that so I could get 2 more damage in. This is fine. All in All has a replacement effect that means making a token means 1 extra token. Yay, extra human token. Or soldier token? Soldier token! If I win this, or if I lose this by only 2 damage, we know who to blame. Me. Because I didn't manually tap. It was just trying to stop me from paying a life. The game was trying to save me. Hello, Sheoldred. You down the party? If we live at 1, we also know who to thank? Yes, that's true. Mind Stone! Ooh, if I go for the Twilight, I go super wide. Apparition lets me hit the Mind Stone. I'm just playing Mondrak. Who needs to make tokens when we have the threat of making tokens? Okay, Sheoldred's Edict. Bye, Delighted Halfling. Is it Sheoldred time? No, it's Key to the Archive time. I'm being told Untapped isn't working. And other people in the chat are telling me that it is working. Toddles, are you just trying to mess me up? You get out of here with that. Oh, well, whatever they got, it doesn't protect them from the fact that I can just attack them for lethal next turn. They know about the White Sun's Twilight. Even if we do X = 1 on White Sun's Twilight, it's a lot of tokens. Between these replacement effects, we're getting the double, we're getting a +1. We're going to be wide enough. All in All is going to get a huge buff. We're just going to swing in for lethal. GG. Rocco, Street Chef. This Rocco is the one that makes food upon things being played from exile for either player. Also exiles cards for both players, so they can play those. I feel like this is a really cool card because it, like, benefits but punishes. It's all about playing cards from exile, but also has these, like, +1/+1 counters as a theme you can work around. You got so many different things you can do here. Let's get down Llanowar Elf and Rhys. Look at me and my little elf buddies. I'll play Legion's Landing. Voice of Resurgence. Voice of Resurgence is a nice way of getting a benefit if your opponent is trying to cast things on your turn. Oh, so I just noticed our opponent's name is the Lorem Ipsum. That's the little, like, nonsense Latin thing that they put on the background of text, right? Ooh, okay. They Patrios Humiliationed my commander. I'll throw it back here. I'm going to make it a little trickier for me to attack in, but it's not going to stop me. We attack in. This flips. And the Luminarch Aspirin is going away. Oh, look at this beautiful board. For 3 mana, you could play Rocco. An uncounterable Rocco. Or Valkmira. Okay, so this would prevent 1 damage from each 1 damage source. How dare you? Do I feel like I need to commit anything else on this board? Not really. I'm going to use Restless Prairie. I'm going to take away 1 of my damage here to play the pool. Nice. Okay, cool. The Restless Prairie is going to buff things up, so the 1 damage things still do 1 damage. And we'll win the game. GG, Rocco. Rankle, Master of Pranks, a mono-black sacrifice commander who swings in fast and furious in the air. It makes you discard, sacrifice, or draw. I should say and or. Probably going to be lots of good sacrificeables in their deck, and lots of good exilables, because if we can exile them, then they can't come back. Hey, Cult Conscript. How you doing? Bringing out the Signets and Rhys. Hopefully we can get some nice tokens to sacrifice, though, to Rankle's ability. I'm ramping, so I can get Anointed. Actually, I think I want Mondrak over Anointed Procession. In general, I just love Mondrak. This thing's great. Ooh, Urza's Construction Drone. When this thing attacks in, it gets them, well, part of the Urza lands. You guys like Urza lands, right? Be a non-skeleton died under their control. Alright, I'll just let that hit me again. Mondrak. Mondrak can block very nicely here.
Love your content. Commander paper player, but considering going on Arena Smile.
Aw, Tombot, thank you for the sub! I don't know if you've seen any of my Commander stuff, but I actually have an entire playlist on my YouTube of Commander games I've played on other people's channels. I like playing Commander, but I don't have my own Commander show, so it definitely comes down to I gotta play on other people's shows. Okay, fine. Anointed Procession? Legion's Landing. The Shuffle Up and Play episodes are amazing, especially the one where Voxie's there. There's 2 of them, Voxie and Lexi. Very, very good table. They got Urza's Power Plant! You want another? It's attacks or dies, so they could sacrifice this to get the third piece. Was I ever on Commander at Home? I was at Brian and Olivia's place 2 weeks ago to record a Commander at Home episode. Alright, Rankle. You gonna make me sacrifice? They have to decide. One episode or like 8? Only one. I showed up with like 6 different decks ready to record tons of different stuff, but they only really scheduled me for one thing, so that's what happened. Would I rather have tons and tons of little guys or a couple, more nasty guys? I want just a few of the nasties. Ooh, all in all, too. Two 6/6s. And the ability to flip this next turn. I only brought 2 crimes. A Sheoldred. I'll sacrifice, let's see, 1, 2, 3, for 5. That's for Sentinel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means I won't be able to use that as a land until next turn. Getting this to become a land means if we use it to cast an artifact or creature, we get another of these tokens, by which I mean we get 2 of these tokens. By which I mean we get 2 of those tokens and also some soldiers. Ooh, Painful Quandary. I love losing 5 life. I do have enough mana to, like, double things with Rhys, but I also don't care that much. We're gonna have a Gnome Factory! Come at me, Sheoldred! Yeah, I'll discard it. So we want to make an extra and then double. Yep, that's the right ordering there. And that's also lethal. Perfect. Death by big number. The order matters because it's either double and then +1 or it's +1 then double. Vorin collects, and a sort of 3-land hand. This seems good enough for me. I just have to choose between how I want to order up these lands. Do I want Rhys on turn 1, into maybe Flower of the White Tree on turn 2? I wouldn't be able to do that with the current lands I have here. I kind of like just going for Amara on 2 and then Rhys and Flowering the turn after. So I'll do that. Restless Prairie comes in tapped, but it's still great. It turns into a llama. It turns into a llama. Oh, also, I'm up against a Vorinclex. The one with reach. Gets 2 forests, flips over, gets 2 creatures, flips and gets more +1/+1 counters, and now lets everybody fight for 1 mana. Fight, 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 right. Ramble Familiar. Flowering of the White Tree. Swinging in with Amara, making a token. Would you care to block? They'll have enough mana this turn for Vorinclex if they play a land. This is a pretty cool sleeve. This is Vorinclex and Glissa, I think. Looks cool. Sylvan Anthem. Oh, look at you! We're both Anthem gamers. Thousand Moon Smithy. Tap, get more dudes. Care to trade? I love how, like, disposable 1-mana commanders can be. Oh yeah, they never drew a 3rd land. Oh, that sucks. We also went off, which is great. Admiral Brass, unsinkable. Oh, Yarhar, it's piratin' time! Admiral Brass brings back pirates from the graveyard and makes them bigger, faster, stronger, and scarier. She's really tough to deal with. I'm using my Merrick's here. It's going to get me my only source of green, and we're going to use it to get another source of white. But that's fine with me because we have this sweet 3-drop, the Welcoming Vampire. Hello, Welcoming Vampire. She's going to draw me cards, and those cards might be green mana. I don't know. This only taps for colored mana on the turn it comes into play, which is still nice. I will drop the Rhys. See, what do we get? Boss Riquette. Boss Riquette's also great, so I will play Boss Riquette. I'm going to plus... I'll put the counter on the Welcoming Vampire, but I'm not attacking in with her because I want her to defend Bossry. The goal here is just kind of get the Boss Riquette to ult, because that's a really great win con. And our opponent agrees. Despite their very good commander, we had a good start. GG. Yorion, Sky, Nomad, who's Fat Tony? Fat Tony D'Amico? From The Simpsons? Wow. Didn't know we'd be here. This is a keepable hand. I like our turn 1. I like our turn 2. Turn 1, Rhys. Ta-da! Turn 2, Tree. Turn 3, Catman. He's a Catman hoodoo. Two mana for that Flowering of the White Tree. I love that we've gotten this early in so many games. Captain Everheart. Use Boss Riquette. Just buffing up Rhys some more. I could swing in, or I can protect Bossry. I'm not going to protect him. I'm instead going to swing in, just because I want to play this game out pretty aggressively, since they have Yorion, who is very good at linking things. Loran is going to destroy... Aw, my cool tree. Look at how sad a little Rhys is now. Oh, man. Don't need more lands. I got plenty, thanks. I'm just going to exile Eberhard now, so it doesn't give them any discounts. Leave back Rhys to protect Boss Riquette. Kitetail Larcenist lets them turn Rhys into a treasure. A treasure with counters on it. It's not actually that helpful. But it's okay, because we can use it for Tristani later. We actually have enough mana here. They're on 3. We're on 6, sort of. Thanks, Rhys. And I will get a counter onto Tristani.
My sand will protect you.
Next turn, I think with Mirex, we can go for that Turn Timber symbiosis. Yeah, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kitetail Larcenist takes out Boss Riquette. No more Catman. My cool early cards. They're looking for lands. Yeah, they're missing land drops. Let's see what we can get off the symbiosis. Hopefully it's something real good. It was literally just a 1/1. But it gets 3+1/+1 counters! Yay! It also has an extra +1 from Tristani. 1 mana, 5/5 that I spent 7 mana on. Smokin' Dragoon, thank you for gifting a sub to Golden Kumquat. Dummy thick. Avacyn's Pilgrim. It's a very sad symbiosis. Could be worse. And Enid Sola! They give it a 31-month resub that apparently is just a number Twitch is making up.
Numbers.
How many months do you think you've been subscribed? 5? Maybe 6? Certainly you haven't been here almost 3 years. That would be crazy. They're still not getting lands. You could activate Loran. Try to draw. You made a copy of a random creature in my deck. Unless it's like Hoof, it probably costs 3 or less mana. They could just leave. I've had so many games with this deck that they're just like, they leave on turn 4 because we are aggro and starting good. Okay, so they're not paying the 3 life to bring this in on tap, so maybe they don't have any 4-drops. They're dropping a portal to Phyrexia. Okay, listen, I'm flooding, so... Hit. Okay, memory lapse. I'll bring it to the command zone because I have tons of mana. I'll attack with this big Avacyn's Pilgrim. We get to draw. No, they're blinking Loran so they can destroy the Felidar Retreat. They could blink Clone Crafter now, or Kitetail Larcenist. Kitetail Larcenist would let them turn Tristani into a treasure. Oh, they're turning Clone Crafter into a treasure? Ooh, they really want that mana. They have 6. They have 6 mana now. They are thinking, okay, that draws them a card. Teleportation circle lets them blink again. They could even blink around to destroy the Trostani Discordant, since it is, in fact, an artifact. It's too bad. I can't Fateful Absence this to stop that from being an artifact. A Replicating Ring. Swing in with the Pilgrim. They're down to 9. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That comes in tapped. Yorion can blink this. Who do you think gets turned into a treasure? And they're also going to enable a slow loop off of this teleportation circle, so they can blink everything. They'll just come back at odd timings. Okay, Rhys is a treasure. Yorion can blink these away, but then they won't be available to block. Also, Rhys will go back to being a regular dude. And look at that! He's a regular dude again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going for the Teferi's Protection play. Hey, guys! Pardon me, I have to blip out of existence. Whee! I'm glad they're back. I'm glad they didn't just leave. Norn's Fetchling gets the Make Plains in hand. You've never seen which card? Oh, Thousand Moon Smithy? It's a new one. It was from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Or do you mean Yorion? The big blinky birdie. Roaming Throne. Do you name human? Bird. I mean, I feel like this triggering twice doesn't make a huge difference, but maybe I'm missing something. Or it's maybe Teferi's Protection. Ah, Teferi's Protection. Fantastic card in Commander-type formats, where you just need to, you know, phase away for a couple seconds. Oh, you're blinking. Look, you can do it in stages. I guess that's what you can do. You can bring things so they come back in stages. So like you could Larcenist and then Loran to destroy the thing. Trying to decide between that and just kill a thing and attack. I'm going to... Let's see, that would force you to block. We would get in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Decline. Attack! Number big. Number kill. Number win. Xenagos, God of Rebels! He's gotta go fast. He actually gives things haste and makes them have an extra +X, where X is their power. But he can only choose one per their attack. And also, he's gotta come out first, which means they gotta ramp. But, you know, Gruul can ramp and Gruul can slamp. Gruul can do all sorts of things. Mostly go fast. Bringing out my Rhys. And attacking for 1. Perfect. Hello. Trying to get me a nice, good, long game. I don't know. It's hard to have a long game with a Rhys deck. Sometimes you can stick around for a while, but, well, it's an aggro deck. Play all in all. Hey, Boromir. We'll probably want Boromir out at some point, because we know they'll have a Tali in their deck. Five mana. Is it Xenagos time? Invasion of Zendikar. That gets them 2 more lands. Maybe they want to do everything at once. Playing beside you. This is less damage than making creatures first. Oh, nice! Cute way to get a creature. I will kill it before it can block. See if they have a 1-mana spell to protect itself. They don't. And now what I was going to do was awaken the woods for a big number, but Boromir's fine too. Boromir means if they try to cast a spell for free, no they don't. It gets countered. Very, very, very helpful ability in this this here free spell meta. Emergent Ultimatum. Vitali, looking at you. Emoti. Yeah. You know, we have not matched against a single Emoti with Rhys. Where's all the emotes at? It's gonna be an emote game for the next one. We'll see. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. What's it gonna be? Boromir does also stop Mishra's Bauble. It's Kogla and Yadaro! Ooh, who do you fight? Boromir. Okay, so we open up Boromir, and I'll tempt Queen All in All with the ring. Would you like to trade? They would. And they did. Yeah, I think they must have like an Italian hand because they went for Boromir instead of the Queen. Maybe. Maybe a board wipe. No, that's Vorinclex. Vorinclex doesn't cast things for free, but he does put things into play. And they also could give him haste this turn. Hitting me for 12. That would be a pretty big move. Well, starting tomorrow, this should have a lot more stickers on it because I'm going to a convention and I printed stickers to trade. So if you're going to be at A&E this weekend... Ooh, make that 14 damage. I have stickers! With a little raccoon on them that I drew. He's real cute. Just a funny little guy. Ooh. Yep, yep. I don't know what they have in hand. I'm just going to hope it's not good enough. Stop me. I didn't quite have lethal, by the way, of not using the Spanishing Light. I have a little bit of lifelink. Yeah, it's all about what Xenagos is able to hit. Okay, so Goreclaw. Thunderhulk. Thunderhulk will make a lot of little dudes if it attacks in. Enough to block everything I've got. It doesn't kill me, but it sets them up with 11 extra blockers. Okay, is there anything I can do about that? I can activate Rhys. Something I do not get to do in many of these games. Playing Mural versus the token. The tokens actually prevent more for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm in danger. Oh, Zoprindel. And remember, Goreclaw is going to give everything trample. Zoprindel will give them the double-double. I can gain 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 life. I think we gotta put everything in front of the double-double. I actually wonder if they're going to give Zoprindel haste. I don't think so. I think they're gonna give the Thunderhulk the buff. I'm not sure. Yeah, they gave all the buffs to the Thunderhulk. They should attack also with Goreclaw because it forces me to block with, like, everything. Yeah, here we go. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. 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 I'm getting gnomed. Oh my. Pretty sure we're still very dead. I only gained 16 life. Yeah, -3. Still dead. GG, Xenagos. Urza, Lord Protector. This is the Meld Urza. Hey there, Urza. Flooded trade. Yeah, let's grab ourselves our turn 1 shock land for Rhys. Boop. Hi there, Urza. Discounts artifacts, instants, and sorceries. And can turn into Urza, Planeswalker. Who's a very scary card. Some more white mana off this crossroads. Marius Call is cool, but it's a maybe for me. I'm gonna throw it to the bottom for now. We can either go for All in All or Dugon Defensive Temple. If I had a 5-drop in hand, I would go for this. If I had like Mirari's Wake or maybe Tristani. But with just Rhys and Queen, this is fine. Oh, they're putting her back in hand. Sure. Realm Breaker can steal my lands. How dares you? I don't have a 5-drop, but now I have, like, I'll just do these 2 moves. Being able to double spell next turn is fun. Would you like to play Urza? No! I don't like that. I'm going to attempt to remove the Realm Breaker. See if they use it in response. They do. Also cracking that open. Not my flooded strand. Dang it. Counterspell? No? Okay. Realm Breaker, be gone! Attempt to land Queen All in All. She does resolve, but I suspect her deck will have some board wipes in it. It could be an artifacts deck, or it could be much more focused on the instants and sorceries side of Urza. Teferi, Time Raveler. Would you like to bounce this? No! You booped my token! Punk. Rude boy. And not even in, like, the cool ska way. We'd never pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Yeah, the Interplanar Bacon means that they have a lot of Planeswalkers. I'm going to use Flowering of the White Tree to help protect my cards. Some of this. Yes, X equals 1. X equals 1. You it face, you it to fairy. Could be a board wipe. We'll find out. They only have 1 true white mana, but they had chances to get another white source, and they didn't do that. Because Realm Breaker took my Flooded Strand, and they used it to get just an island, not a dual land. Port Town. A tapped Port Town. Poison Lloyd Protector. Good Lloyd. You cast up to 4 mana of spell. Well, even more for a bunch of 2-drops. It bounced my dog? Bro, who even does that? I'm just gonna, like, Fateful Absence and kick your butt. Out of my face. That's right. Nissa of Shadowed Bows. Hey, Nissa. This is the reanimating landfall Nissa. Cool. Alright, I'm down. This Nissa can reanimate things, but she has to have enough lands in play. So you ramp your lands. And also you mill yourself, so you can bring things back. You can also use this to get things out of your hand. What's this? Our opponent's name is the word in German for bat, because it means flying mouse. Oh, is it? I don't know. That sounds really cute, though. Aw, they killed my guy. So normally I would name Elf on this, but I'm going to name Human, because next turn I'd love to have Adeline doing some work. It's the bats, the flying mouse. They putrefied her. Rippy Peppies. Tireless Provisioner. Make for me a treasure. One, two. a snake that gives you more mana. Hello, Tiny Snock. Morgan Eve, thank you for gifting a sub to Ronald Skaggs. Oh my god, they killed it. Is this to bring out Nissa? No, Oracle. Ah, that was aggro. They sacrificed their snake. So normally I think killing this with the Get Lost is the right move. But I'm going for Cathar's Crusade. I'll offer you a trade. I don't think they'll take it. Nani the heck? I mean, okay. You can go like Nissa, Landfall, Reanimate. Gonna hope for a land so we can set up a White Sun's Twilight into a March of the Multitudes. Since we didn't get a land, we're instead going to go Legion's Landing into Rhys tapping and making a token. You could probably flip Varnclex, right? You got a land? Yeah, they have a land. It's the Space Shock. Virtue. That will bring back creatures from the graveyard. Creatures from the graveyard is cool and all. But is it as cool as me having tons of creatures? Definitely not. You go for the Oracle or the Tireless? I think you go for Tireless here. Hey, Soul Roast, welcome. We're gonna go X equals 5 on March of the Many Dudes. If we wanted to go as wide as possible, we could have done this for X equals 3, followed by this for X equals 3. Oh, whoops. That was supposed to be a lot. That was supposed to be 5. My bad. You know what? It's fine. I don't need all that. I definitely don't need all of those little dudes. Right? Yeah. Totally don't. This flips. We'll use it to exile Vorinclex. No, you want to gain the 6 life? No? Okay, so I want to make sure it's in their graveyard for the Virtue. But, like, I don't know. There's a lot of dudes here. So it would have been, I think, a guaranteed lethal if I hadn't misclicked on my march. But, like, we're doing fine. See if they get a ward wipe. Oh, yeah, there's a terrible sound effect when these guys go ka-chink, 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 ka-chink. Grizzly Salvage. Good game. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you liked me going wide with Rhys and the mini token devilers. I really like getting to play tokens. It's one of my favorite archetypes of Magic, and it's really fun to get to just, like, spit out a million little things on the board and then watch your opponent try to deal with them. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description of the video. And if there is a deck you'd like to see me brew or a deck you'd like to see me update, please let me know in the comments. This was actually a request. Somebody asked me to update Rhys, and I looked and I said, oh my gosh, it's been 10 whole months since I published a Rhys video, which meant it was time. And time indeed it was. We have some beautiful, beautiful cards for Rhys, and I got to show them all off today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.